Hi everyone and good evening. It's Brian from Bearable Traders, Monday, May 6th. Today in the room we did a bit of a swing trading feature. We did about an hour of review of different swing trades and looking at some swing trades that our members brought to the room, and I think it went pretty well. I think we're going to have a recording of that up as well, but I'm going to make this an ETF Monday review. I'm just going to look over some of the ETFs because people in the room know I like to trade ETFs. One of the reasons obviously is for diversity and taking out that single event risk from, when you're trading stocks. A single event for a stock can move it one way or another, either in your favor or against it. And the ETFs, you don't get that, that one stock that's being investigated by the SEC or ending up being a takeover target or something like that. So uh, you don't end up on the wrong side of the trade or the right side. I guess you always want to end up on the right side, but sometimes you end up on the wrong side. Enough of that. We'll just talk about some of the ETFs that I've always look at and look at the groups and sectors, see what's going well, what's not, see where money's rotating into. It's always good to kind of keep track of where the money's going. So let's start out. I'm going to go through the select sector ETFs funds, and there's a bunch of them for the different groups. This one, XLB, is for the materials, and you can kind of see here we had a double top rolling over, and everybody knows what happened today. We had a random tweet from the White House, and then market gap down significantly, and then came back, and then there was some news that China wasn't going to bail on the talks. So that helped the market push back up and close pretty close to the high, or pretty close to the previous Friday's close. So XLB was one of the sectors that obviously came back, but you can see here it's kind of rolling over. It's back testing this 200-day moving average. So the material stocks look like they're rolling over. They've lost some support right here, and it doesn't look like you really want to be in them unless we see some reversal pattern on that one. XLE, the energy sector, again, we had a nice run up here, but then crude started to sell off, and we've had a pretty dramatic sell off, and it's right back at a level of support. So it could actually be a possible entry here on this double bottom, and you could play that either through XLE, which isn't that volatile, although it got really volatile right here, or you could play, a pure oil play like UWT for a bounce. It looks like it may be setting up for a bit of a bounce here, and we were looking at that, I believe, in the room as well. So XLF, those are the financials. You can see here financials have actually been doing pretty good since March. We've had a nice run up, and looks like it's, obviously with the rest of the market gap down and came back up. So there's the resistance. It's not very far off from breaking out. So something maybe to keep an eye on, but it might just end up consolidating here. XLK, that's the technology. Obviously, we've had a great run. You can see back from December 24th when we had that flush, the Powell flush, and then it's just been up ever since. And now we're getting into some consolidation pattern here as well. It doesn't, we've kind of got a double top here and some support here, which it actually managed to finish above today. So fairly constructive, but I'm going to say it's probably going to chop along here. Don't see a lot of upside, don't see downside as long as interest rates remain low. Consumer staples, this has actually been one that's done really well, as from the December 24th flush. You can see here we've had, we're just hanging in here. Again, it looks like we're getting into a consolidation. Utilities, again, kind of choppy, doesn't really look like it's going one way or another right now. Healthcare, we had a real sell-off, and I think that was sort of some initial chat about the election, politicians kicking healthcare around, and then there was UNH, I think, had some bad earnings on top of that, or bad outcome on a drug trial, I believe. But it's actually come back pretty strong here, and I've been playing that through LABU, and I think we'll get to that in a minute, and It's had a great day today, gap down and then came ripping higher. We'll talk about that in a minute. Consumer discretionary, consumer's pretty strong. Obviously, we're getting some good reports. Employment is low, and you can see here we're just getting, again, looks like we're getting into a bit of a choppy situation. So here's LabD. This is the inverse of LABU. It's a Drexion ETN, I guess it is, or ETF. And again, it's just chopping along here. Let's look at LabU because I'm still have a little bit in that, but you know, took some stock off at 52, and now it looks like maybe we're going to come up here and maybe test sort of 54.5, and we'll watch that one tomorrow. Maybe take some more profits on that. So that's a nice one. So that's it. That's my little wrap on the ETFs. We look like to a large degree we're maybe getting into some consolidation. The market's at highs and it just needs to churn sideways for a while to see where we're going. But certainly, you know, the healthcare looks like it might be good for a little bit more of a run, and maybe energy could be bouncing here. So I'll leave that with you. Maybe you can keep an eye on that. Maybe if you see a good entry, you can take a trade. So and you can catch our emails if you sign up for them on the swing trading page of the Bear Bull Trader website. So that's it, everybody. We'll see you in the morning, the day trading room, Bear Bull Traders. And if you haven't had a chance to, you can check out my book on Amazon called How to Swing Trade. Have a good night, everyone. It's the rest of it, and we'll see you in the morning. Bye for now.